everyone, I'm Sophia and I'm here with Sarah.
Hello.
Today's topic was requested to us from both the comment section on YouTube and through email. Recently we did a YouTube video titled, How Does the Twin Flame Runner Experience a Separation? What They Think and Feel, which we will link in the description for those of you that want to check it out. And people suggested we do a topic, how does the twin flame chaser experience a separation and what they think and feel? So here it is. A twin flame runner usually runs in one of two ways. The first one, the most common one, is that everything is going great and suddenly, out of nowhere, they disappear, many times without even one word. Some give an excuse that usually doesn't make sense or isn't a good enough reason to break up. The second way they run is to get argumentative and begin picking fights, acting moody, and setting the stage for the inevitable run. They may do things purposefully to trigger their twin to start an argument they can then blame on the chaser who they provoked. They make a mountain out of a molehill and then end the relationship.
And now, of course, the twin flame chaser is basically left stunned. In the first case, they, of course, didn't see it coming. And in the second case, they did everything they could to avoid it and don't understand why the relationship is ending instead of trying to work things out. In both cases, the twin flame chaser is in a state of shock and wants to do whatever it takes to either get answers or plead their case. They also go back over every conversation and every interaction with the twin flame runner, looking for where they went wrong or said something wrong or what they could have possibly done wrong that would have led to this. And after overanalyzing every word and action on their part, many chasers blame themselves for saying or doing something as the reason why the runner ran. They think if they can just have a conversation with their twin flame, something good can come of it. They think that if they can explain what twin flames are, talk about the connection, convince them that this relationship is worth saving, whatever, that they can change the twin flame runner's mind and they can work through this together.
Because chasers tend to be the more spiritually awakened of the two, they feel they can help their twin flame understand a twin flame journey and everything that comes with it. They also have more of an understanding of why a twin flame would run and twin flame separations, more so than the twin flame runner, because some runners don't even know what a twin flame is. When they try and contact their twin flame to talk, many chasers discover they are blocked and blocked on social media as well. For many, it does not happen right away, but it happens eventually. This just adds to the feelings of rejection and the hurt of being shut out of their twin flame's life so quickly and thoroughly. For those who are able to contact the runner, their texts or voicemails are usually not returned, or they are spoken to harshly and or coldly.
Yeah, and it's usually around this time, if not sooner, that the twin flame chaser begins to question their connection. They wonder how their twin flame could suddenly change like this and no longer love them or no longer feel the connection. So they begin to doubt the connection themselves. They ask themselves if maybe it was all one-sided. And this could be because the twin flame runner told them that it is. So not only has the chaser felt a devastating loss by their twin flame running, they feel rejected and they're questioning what they thought that they knew was real. This is where their faith is challenged and they have many questions running through their head.
Yeah, like, why is this happening? Why did the universe bring me to this person only for this to happen? And it's brutal. They can't get their twin flame off their mind, no matter how hard they try. They just want the pain to stop and this nightmare to be over. With every passing day that they don't hear from their twin flame, in a positive way anyway, their faith in reuniting seems to decline. And here's a quick FYI, the passing of time doesn't lessen the chance they will return. In fact, we have noticed that the more times a runner runs and is taken back, the longer the separation seems to last every time.
Yep, we see that all the time.
All the time.
The chaser often doesn't want to go out with friends or even socialize with their family at a certain point. Nothing seems to make them feel better, so they isolate themselves. And for many chasers, even their health suffers. Oh, and we also have a video on twin flame sickness on our YouTube channel, which we'll also link in the description. Because some don't eat, can't sleep, find it hard to function the way they normally would. Some go look at social media or ask their friends to find out about their twin flame, what they're doing, what they're up to. And this often has devastating results. Their twin flame is not going to be revealing the truth on social media or to mutual friends about how they're really feeling or why they really did what they did. All they're going to be doing on social media is trying to prove to everyone, including themselves, that they're just fine. And as a matter of fact, they're fabulous and couldn't be happier. Seeing and hearing this, the chaser hits another emotional low.
Exactly, because they compared their experience, which is basically grieving the loss of the twin flame runner, yet the runner seems to not have a care in the world. Now they wonder if their twin ever really loved them, because if they did, how could they recover this quickly? How are they not going through the same thing that the chaser is? Doesn't that prove they never really cared? Or at the very least, don't care at all now?
Well, no, because they're putting on a show, not opening themselves up and revealing the truth. That's the runner's objective. They are running from the truth in every way possible. And with all this going on, the chaser is often told by friends and family that maybe they should move on and even perhaps start dating. This tends to make the chaser feel worse, especially if the runner has been dating other people. They kind of feel ashamed in a way that they're not ready to move on yet. And when they really shouldn't be, ashamed about that. It's very hard to explain to people what it's like to have a twin flame connection with someone and why it's so hard to get over to people who've never experienced it before themselves.
Well, many twin flame chasers and runners go through a dark night of the soul during separation. And if you want to know more about a dark night of the soul, there will be a link in the description below to check out our video on that. Also, during separation, the chaser may be constantly seeing signs from the universe that remind them of their twin flame, such as specific significant numbers, names, songs, you name it. The chaser, in many cases, does not take these signs as a comfort the way the universe intends and that things are falling into place, but more as a cruel joke, and feel as though the universe or something is tormenting them by constantly being reminded of their twin flame.
Yes, and emotionally, the twin flame chaser might be having a decent day, in an okay mood, and doing something as trivial as washing dishes when suddenly they're overwhelmed with feelings of sadness out of nowhere. And because the twin flames are still connected and they are the more spiritually awakened, they're picking up on the true emotions of the twin flame runner. And since twin flame runners go through a lot of pain throughout this, it can make the chaser feel as though they're having emotional issues, when in reality, it's coming from the runner. The same goes for dreams. The last thing the chaser may want is to have dreams about the runner, but they're going to in most cases. Twin flames may not be together in 3D, but they're still together in the 5D, so they often show up in dreams.
The chaser may know or have found out at this point that their twin flame separation may not be forever, as their twin flame could learn their lessons, embrace the connection, and return to them. They also know they have to work on their own healing and lessons as well, so this is when they should turn their attention to inner work on themselves and focus on their spiritual path. But what can happen to a lot of chasers is all they focus on is when is their twin flame going to finally get it together. And they don't prepare themselves and make the changes and do the work they need to do to be ready for when or if their twin flame does come back. So some words of advice. Someone has to do it first. So why not the chaser? Don't leave it up to the runner. Get the process started on your end and let them mirror you. By focusing on your own healing and spiritual growth, because of the connection and the twin flame mirror, this can actually aid the runner to begin their own healing journey.
At some point, the chaser does surrender and realizes that the when and the how and the if their twin flame changes or returns is up to the runner. And they let go of trying to control something that they never really had control over in the first place. They don't necessarily let go of any possibility of a reunion with the runner. They just stop putting their life on hold and get back on their own spiritual path and continue their own journey and growth.
So that's what we have for what the twin flame chaser goes through during separation. If you have any questions or wish to share your experiences that may help others, please feel free to comment below. Also, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. Blessings of peace, love, and light to everyone. Have a great day. Bye, Sarah.
Bye. Bye.